Happy, glorious, beautiful Friday to you all. This is Chris Pickard at Body in Balance in not quite so sunny Brookman's Park because there was a snow. I don't know if there's snow where you are. Possibly if you're in the north of England or Scotland. So today we come to the end of the week on fighting obesity, on fat fighting. And as I said at the beginning, this isn't just about how to lose weight and lose fat. This is actually how to eat healthily for the rest of your life. This is what I do. This is what some of my mentors like Dr. Pomper does, Dr. Rakowski as well. We eat like this. We do these sorts of things in various different ways. Hello Donna, Jackie, Louise, Philip and Pete, you are brilliant. Cohen and Louise and Sally and Helen. Okay, so at the beginning of the week I spoke about intermittent fasting. Now that's something that I really got to learn a lot from Dr. Pomper. I'm not sure how much Dr. Bob does on intermittent fasting, but he certainly tries to do a lot of getting into ketogenesis, which is one of the points of intermittent fasting. Then I spoke about eating cultured foods, making sure you've got the microbiome of your body fixed, because if you've got the wrong bacteria in your body, it's almost impossible to lose weight. So it's absolutely key. Then I spoke about the good fats to eat, because what you've got to do is you've got to get good fats in your body to help you get rid of the bad fats, the fat that you don't want, because actually eating fat is not the same as storing fat. Then yesterday I spoke about the free gift of innate nutrition, something I learned when I really started getting into wellness, thanks to Dr. James Chestnut, another chiropractor interested in wellness and well-being and bringing the whole total package to his patients. And so I spoke about generally about what to eat, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and avoiding grains. So today, hello Jackie, hello Sally. And so today I'm talking about the final piece of the puzzle for many people who are struggling to lose weight, and that's detoxification. And I'm going to talk about why it's important. Why is it that toxins can stop you losing weight? Why do toxins allow you to gain weight? And there are a number of reasons. So today's words, we have leptin. Leptin is one of the hormones in your body that's absolutely vital for appetite regulation. If your cells are not sensitive to leptin, if you're not creating enough leptin, or if you're not sensitive to leptin, then you're going to be a lot more hungry. Now, if you go back and look at what I already spoke about toxins in the past, they destroy cell membranes. And on the cell membranes, you have receptors for many things, including hormones like leptin. So if toxins have broken down and caused damage to that cell membrane, they're not going to be sensitive to all kinds of hormones like insulin as well, which is a big problem. Thyroxine as well, so another big problem. But leptin as well is another one, much more related to just hunger itself and appetite. Hypothalamus, very important area of your brain that is to do with all kind of hormone regulation, really. So yeah, things like everything to do with hormones is regulated by the hypothalamus. That's the easiest way to sum it up. And then, I don't actually even know how to pronounce that word either. That is what? Oh, you can't see the way. Chlorpyrifos. Chlorpyrifos. Who knows? I'm gonna look it up one day. That is an organophosphate pesticide, and a lot of the doctors who are studying the link between toxicity and obesity have found a number of surprising things. First of all, and this is why I say to all my patients who are trying to lose weight, you've also got to think of detoxification, because toxins get stored in fat. And when you lose a lot of weight, as the fat breaks down, you release these toxins into the body, which can cause all kinds of reactions, which can make you feel sick. And I do have this with a number of patients who are losing weight, is they get really sick. or they lose loads of weight and then their health is never the same because they've just released so many toxins into the body. However, toxins still stored in fat still cause massive problems because fat itself in those huge quantities, obese amounts, in fact even just 1 pound of fat causes problems in and of itself. So, but they found that when people do, lose weight, there are more toxins in the body, and also people who have more toxins tend to get bigger because also your body tries to store the toxins as fat to try and get them out of the system if your body's not actually detoxifying properly. And they found, all these kinds of things happening in the blood with weight loss and weight gain. But what has also been found is just very low levels of even just one of these organophosphate pesticides interferes, causes damage in the hypothalamus and causes problems with your ability to regulate hunger and weight. And they only have done this study in rats so far. I don't know if it's been followed up in humans, but there's all kinds of stuff about this pesticide, just like I've gone on about glyphosates. This is found on a lot of fruits and vegetables, and there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of people saying we really shouldn't be getting this inside our body. It's not just the weight issue, it's all sorts of other things. Now you're going to meet people who think that the idea of detoxification and you need to do extra things to get rid of toxins from your body is complete rubbish. Just tell them to go onto PubMed, which is where most of the actual published medical data is, and there is plenty of evidence that this is real. This is a real problem. Toxins getting into our body, getting into our brain, causing things like dementia, Alzheimer's, obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, you name it. It's just behind it. It's just one of the major reasons. And some people can't lose weight because their body is purposely trying to lock the toxins in fat because it knows that if it releases the toxins from the fat, you're going to actually be in a worse condition than if you just held on to that fat. So getting the microbiome fixed does actually help that whole detoxification pathway. But also getting the microbiome fixed also does things to one of the binding agents that you find in bile that actually sticks toxins to the bile, and one of the healthy bacteria actually unbinds that again. I don't know quite why it does that, but this is why you need to also take binding agents and things to make sure that all the toxins are always removed from your body. So weight loss isn't just about eating less food and exercising more. It's not just about eating the right food and exercising more. It's about eating the right foods in the right way. Yes, it's about exercising, but it's also about trying to find out if you're toxic. Now, if you are struggling with weight loss, or if you actually really want to do weight loss in the safest, best way possible, which is taking the whole toxicity issue into account, then what you need to do is the starting points are to do the visual contrast sensitivity test. So that's vcstest.com. Just go there. It's going to cost you £8. I suggest you do one for free first of all, which doesn't give you the full results, but it's the full test. When you go there, there's a drop-down menu of people who referred you. Put me down as the referrer, Dr. Christopher Pickard. Even though I'm not a medical doctor, they've got me as a doctor there. Most doctor does mean educator, and that's what I'm doing. So there you go, I'm a doctor. Put me down as the referrer, and they'll send me the results of that. Then there's another test that you can do that we can actually send out to you, which is called the Meta-Oxy test. Now this one does cost, if you want us to send it out to you, it's £35 plus postage and packaging. And it's just a simple urine analysis test that can tell us whether the cells are breaking down in great quantities. Because if the cells are breaking down a lot, and this is far more sensitive than a blood test for inflammation and cellular breakdown, it can tell us how much damage is happening in your body and whether you need to start fixing those cell membranes and start protecting your cells in order for you to actually achieve the results you want. So if you'd like help with any of that, call us on 01707 662 704. I'll put all the links and more information around the video. And again, if you're a patient of mine already and you want the innate nutrition guide that I've put together from Dr. James Chestnut's work and a few other bits and pieces, then email me. You already have my email. And if you would just like to start getting emails from me, then sign up for our emails. Okay, thank you very much. I now have an emergency patient to see. So live long and posture, everybody. Some weird sounds from the air vents there. Have a fantastic weekend. And for those of you who are in my 365, I'll probably be on there later to tell you what I've learned this week, what I've achieved, and what I'm going to do with it, just as Pete's asked us. Okay, be well, live long and prosper.